community, but she is also a wonderful supporter and is planning to host a house party for Norman later this month. So we know why we're here today. We're here because we're going to volunteer, we're going to get signatures, and you know, if you have the room and the will and the home for it, make sure to sign up to host the house party. So anyway, thank you, Sally-Kipper, who is a community leader in Forest-Hill-assoc.
I am Sally-Kipper. I live just around the corner in Forest Hill. Of him for quite a long time. When he was executive director of norman-yee Children's Services, I was deputy director at the Department of Social Services. Was not directly involved in child care services, but I did have overall oversight of our contracts program, norman-yee being one of those contracts. First of all, there was the norman-yee, norman-yee, they weren't related, but norman-yee stood out because it was always viewed as an extremely well-managed organization. And it was always recognized as a program that had really quality services for the kids. So I knew him many years in that capacity without knowing. Then, of course, came the board years. It used to be you could not open the paper without reading stories about a very fractious board in a dysfunctional district. And over time, as under Norman's leadership, those stories pretty much disappeared. Controversy makes good, juicy stories for the press. We still see stories, but they're now about the quality of the district, about rising test scores. And again, I think that speaks to Norman's management, to his consensus building, and to his decision making. So now we're poised on the opportunity of having Norman come to the Board of Supervisors. I sat down with him for the first time a few months ago and finally got to meet him. I realized that he shares many of my values, that he's very strong in terms of community building, and I think he's going to bring some really strong strengths to the board and will be a really good representative of District 7. To me, management is really, really important. Sound decision making is really important. Consensus building is really important because legislative bodies don't function without it. So I'm finding that not only do we have a candidate that I can support, but one that I'm really, really excited about. So I'm very pleased to be here in support of our next supervisor.